How many times do you have to adjust your hat? Like every time I try mine on, it's like 3 or 4 times. Hey everybody. Just if you've checked out our social media lately, me and Amy just got done riding around here around the house. Pretty still water in my beard from my shower. Pretty awesome that she's into riding. She has a little e-bike, so it gives her a little bit of assist, but it only assists when you pedal. So, and she can kind of turn this up and down, so she still gets a workout. But I'm glad she's riding with me. It's much safer when you ride with people. But anyways, the we didn't do a Periscope last night because I was riding in the car with Blaney to the airport, and it's just weird sitting there next to another driver you just raced against and talking about your race. It's kind of weird, so I didn't do it. But we had a pretty decent weekend. I was not. I didn't think we were very good. I think Greg and all the guys would agree that we weren't good when we unloaded. We were about a half second to 3/4 of a second off. So those guys worked really hard through the practice to get it better, and the the car was. I thought the car was pretty good at the end of our final practice, but you just never know. So I didn't hold. I just kind of was a little skeptical. Then we qualified pretty well for us, anyways. Especially without having an opportunity to make a mock run in practice, we qualified really well. So that was another check in the box of encouragement. But the hat is Mooresville Blue Devils. Somebody's asking. That's where I went to high school. I like to support my community. The race, we had a fast car a lot of times. An okay car sometimes, but I wasn't too mouthy, so that means the car must have been pretty decent. That's what Amy said. I wasn't mouthy. So, anyways, decent run. We'll be doing the Periscope with Mike Davis this week because Tyler is on vacation. Must be another WrestleMania going on somewhere in the country. So it'll be me and Mike Davis this weekend. I tweeted just a minute ago a replay or some highlights from the Cars race this weekend. They raced at Tri-County. A lot of y'all know that we race a couple late models in the Mid-Atlantic region, and Josh Berry, one of our drivers, ended up winning that race. But if you watch that highlight on my Twitter feed, that's some freaking awesome racing. Good old wore out racetrack. The cars those are real race cars. A lot of fun, easy to work on. Real close, tight racing. You said I was kind of mouthy. I didn't think I was that bad. I mean, you're in that hollow race car and trying to get to the front, you're going to be a little mouthy. But Gus's foot. Let's see, Gus. Yeah, his foot does look a lot better. Honestly, when you look at it, it doesn't look like anything. But if I take the wrap off, he licks it, and it will get the foot will get all pissed off. So I got to keep that wrapper on there for a little while longer. I was thinking about that. Somebody just asked if Cup belonged on a track like Hickory. I think Denny Hamlin would love this, but we should. It would be awesome to send all of us to South Boston for a race to see how that went over. I think it would be a 100% success. Yeah, I'm looking forward to New Hampshire. It's a fun little racetrack. It's kind of, obviously it's flat, but kind of tricky to get around, but it's fun. We haven't been as good as I want to be there. I've seen some guys the last couple trips there do some things that I want to be doing, and we got to figure out how to get our cars to work that way, but it should be a pretty fun race for us. I heard they put some of that sticky stuff down on the racetrack, so we can't figure out exactly where they put it. The rumor is they put it in the middle groove. But if you go to New Hampshire and you look at the racetrack, there, you could ask 10 people what the middle groove is and get five different opinions on that. So it'll be interesting to go there and see exactly where that stuff's sprayed at. Everybody's spraying this stuff everywhere, man. I don't even know that it was a incredible success anytime we've used it, so I don't know why everybody's so damn spray happy. I heard Jimmy periscoped after the race. Did anybody watch Jimmy's periscope? Was it pretty good? I'm sure Jimmy's awesome on social media, and he's the reason really why I even got on social media in the first place. He's the one that talked me into it. Literally, had over a couple dozen conversations trying to encourage me to do it and to join Twitter and all that mess. And now look, I'm in over my head here. But yeah, the shirt, Texas. What happened to my windshield? We didn't have it sturdy enough. It was buffering back and forth, in and out, shaking real bad, especially in traffic. So yeah, I hope everybody. It's rare we get a Sunday off, so this is we're really excited. Amy just left to get some tacos, and we'll crack a beer here around noon. We always try to take advantage of having a Sunday off at the house and go in the backyard and get in the pool. Jimmy was good, yeah. Yeah, Jimmy's awesome on social media. Just a real cool dude all the way around. Sometimes that's, kind of surprising that he did it after crashing, but sometimes that's a great way to get your spirits lifted up, is to get on social media and engage with the people that support the sport or support you or your team, and quickly get over those bad days doing periscopes or just interacting with folks. Am I grilling? No, Amy went to get tacos. We're going to take it easy. We ain't going to try to do too much work today. Barbecuing is difficult if you don't have at least 2 days. So, so if I'm going to barbecue, I want to go over to Sam's Club or wherever, JB's or whatever, and pick up the brisket and come over here to the house the day before and trim it and put it into the marinade, inject it and all that good stuff. I want to do all that the day before and let it sit overnight in the freezer or the refrigerator, but we can't do that if we're at the racetrack. So it's kind of hard to, I don't want to, ask somebody around the house to do it for me. So it's kind of hard to barbecue with just Sunday off, because you got all that, you want to, the fun part about it, or part of the fun's prepping and spending the 24 hours beforehand, sort of getting everything ready. So haven't been barbecuing as much lately, even though I've been, I still enjoy doing it. My grandfather clock is right here. So, right, it kind of divides the kitchen from the, I guess, the dining room. I don't know. Run the Clash. Don't tell Amy. I don't know how I can get away with that one. The Darlington throwback, we're going to announce that in a couple weeks. And, I know I say this every time, but this one's a good one. So, I'm pretty beautiful, beautiful car, and one I'm super excited about. Banana tacos. I've never heard of that. I don't know where she went to get the tacos. She's told me a couple times. I can't remember the name of the place. It's like a one-off, or I don't know. The black bike. Yeah, the black bike. So I got an orange bike. I'll show you. I got this orange Trek right here. Oh, shit. So that's the new bike. And Jimmy helped me get with the Trek folks and the people for bikes folks, and all those guys got together to help me get this bike. The black bike that I ride is the first bike I ever had, and Jimmy loaned that to me. So I've been riding. I ride them both. I know, been posting some pictures, and people are like, "What's up with the black bike? I thought it was orange." No Taco Bell. We're gonna step it up just a notch. Nothing against Taco Bell, but we got a few friends coming over. So Amy gets this kind of catered tray of, it's you got to make the taco yourself, but it's pretty simple and real cheap. Amy's awesome. You know what? I get out of the race car and I go to the bus to get out of my suit. Everybody's waiting and ready to get in the rental car and leave. And Amy has an orange Gatorade and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich ready. Now, if that ain't the coolest. A lot of stuff here. Hard to read. How far do we ride usually? So if I ride with all the guys on the NASCAR circuit, Jimmy and Alan Gustafson and all those folks, they'll ride 40 to 50 miles on any given trip. I kind of have been hovering around like 30 to 40 as a max for me. So if I'm going to go with them, I know it's going to be hard. I'm not quite as strong as they are climbing and so forth, so they leave me on the hills. But when we ride around, if I ride with Amy, we're going to go 15, 20 miles. If I ride around during the week when we're home, we'll go over to Brawley School Road, and there's lots of good, easy, safe roads over there to ride. And I'll get with Steve Letard or somebody and a group of guys and ride for 20 to 30 miles. I rode in Kentucky 33 miles, I think, yesterday morning before the race. So we all leave. It's like 8 of us, maybe 10 of us. I can't remember how many. Matt Kenseth and a couple other guys, Jimmy and Alan Gustafson and a few other folks. We get like 2 miles into the ride, and we get up on this hill, and they just take off. And I'm like, man, it's a long, like 4 mile sort of steady climb, and it's like the first 4 miles of the ride, and I'm like, man, I'm not going that hard right out of the gate, or I won't be able to. I won't like the very end of the ride, because I imagine there's a lot of climbing. Jimmy says like 2,500 feet of climbing, so that's a lot for me. But we so they left me like gone. And I got to the turn we're supposed to make, and I made it. I make this turn, right, and I'm going down this road, and there's some puddles on the ground, and I'm thinking there's no bike tracks out of these puddles, so these guys haven't been down this road. They can't be no more than a half a mile, 3/4 mile in front of me. But I don't see any tracks out of these puddles, so I was thinking maybe I was on the wrong road or something. Jimmy had given me these directions and I put it into my Garmin. It turns out that they missed the turn, and went like 5 miles past and turned back around and came back. So I rode this whole damn loop, 33 miles by myself. But the whole time, I thought I was behind them, but I was ahead of them. So that was kind of weird. Yeah, Jimmy, being the expert biker he is, writes down his directions. Like, he'll send me the loop in a file that I can put into my Garmin. But he will write the directions down on a piece of paper and put it in his back pocket. I don't understand why he doesn't just plug it into his Garmin. But we'll pull up the intersection, and Jimmy whips out this nasty little piece of note and scribble all over it, looking at it like where we're supposed to go. Who's moving into Kelly's house? Damn, yeah, Kelly moved. Kelly spent I don't know how many years living next door to me, and her and LW bought some property out toward Ryan Newman's Rescue Ranch. So that's like 20 freaking minutes from here. I'm happy for them because I know LW is thrilled to get his own kind of property and have his own place, but dang, it's gonna be, I'll see him a lot less. So that's not quite as fun to think about. Did I feel lost in Kentucky? Yeah, there was this one stretch of road that I was going down. It didn't have any pavement lines. It wasn't really wide enough for two cars. But the pavement was brand new, so it was okay. Then the pavement kind of turned to some old stuff. And then it kind of turned to like a mix between gravel and asphalt. Some really old crap all busted up, and the weather had run through it and got it all messed up. But I'm seeing these deer, like bucks and does everywhere, and I'm thinking, man, I'm driving into the abyss here. So I got a little concerned there for a few miles. But Matt Kenseth announcement surprise. I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody in the sport knew this information already. As most with any news, it's already kind of common knowledge in the garage what's happening. I think everybody in the garage has their opinion on what's going on with Penske and their contracts and drivers, and it's all hearsay, of course, but the conversation about Matt and him possibly not being back at Gibbs had been floating around in the garage for quite some time, so I don't think that was any surprise to find that out. But Matt is too modest about being concerned about having an opportunity to race next year. He's going to get some opportunities that he's going to like. How's Sherry doing? I haven't had a chance to really, I don't want to be prying into their business, but Amy and Sherry are very close, and so we've been kind of keeping an eye on her. But so far, it's been great news for Sherry. And Truex winning certainly has to keep their spirits up. Give them something to smile about, so that's pretty awesome. He whooped their ass. Sometimes cars win by big margins. That's part of racing. I don't like it when people complain about a car that just whoops everybody's ass. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't like it when people complain about a race where a car is just way out in front and class of the field. Sometimes, there's something to admire about that as much as there is about a guy that takes a car and that's a 10th place car and wins the race with it. It's just, I can appreciate it either way. It's all racing to me. Do I have Eric Almirola's wrecked car? No, I don't have that car. Yeah, this chat is fast. My mom's great. My mom and Amy built this garden. I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to be on here all day messing around. I'm sure you guys got better stuff to do. But my mom and Amy built this garden, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. They ain't gonna garden. But they are pulling stuff out. They built this garden, and it's these boxes. They're about 3 foot tall, and they fill these boxes full of dirt. And they grow the garden like kind of above ground. I ain't never really seen anything like it, but they're pulling crap out of his garden that looks like it should be. It's like stuff you see in pictures, man. Like if you were going to take a picture of I don't know what this, cucumber or whatever. It's like the best looking cucumber you're ever going to see. So I'll show you some of it. I mean, I'm really impressed with it. So like, look at this. Like I'm not a vegetable expert, but that's some good looking stuff. So that's impressive. I didn't anticipate this garden being so kick-ass, but yeah. Yeah, that your neighbor does that? The above ground kind of raised garden? Yeah, they've got like, Amy and Mom have like 6 of these boxes, and they're probably like 6 foot by 6 foot, and they're going to keep building more. And this stuff grows like freaking fast. Like they were pulling giant ass vegetables out of there in a short period of time. Zucchini and squash, yeah. I wouldn't have known what those were. I couldn't tell one from the other. Okra, man. Yeah, I guess fried okra's okay, but everything's pretty good fried. But I like succotash. I think there's okra in that, but yeah, there's some baby tomatoes in there. All right. Yeah, Amy's clutch. Yeah, so she's got this. Go to the foundation website if you want to buy a clutch. That's something new that Amy and the gals are doing. So raising money for the foundation. So go to the Dale Jr. Foundation page if you girls want a clutch. They're pretty cool looking, I guess. We got a couple of raffles on there for one for the Corvette, $25 raffle tickets for a yellow Corvette, and there's also $88 raffle tickets. I think it's 88. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's raffle tickets to the weekend of the Talladega race. You can go to the Panthers game on Thursday. I think they play the Eagles, and you get to meet Greg Olson. You get a tour of the facility. Greg's an incredible dude, a lot of fun. And then you get to go to the Talladega race in the same weekend, and we'll hang out, and you get a lot of things going on at the racetrack for you. So if you want to check those out, go to the foundation page. Amy Clutch. I'm growing a mullet. All these guys are growing mullets. I'm trying. I got a long way to go. Amy said I could grow one. But well, all right. Well, we're gonna do some podcast recording Tuesday, and so yeah, I guess we'll be doing that at the shop at 8 o'clock in the morning Tuesday. So if you're in town or want to come out, bring a die-cast, whatever you might have. If you need an autograph, be happy to give you an autograph and a picture. Usually we have around 30 to 50 people show up each week. You can sit there and listen to us record the podcast, and we may also pull in one or two of you to ask you a question or two on this particular one. So I don't know if anybody's around, wants to come check that out at Junior Motorsports, 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a great Sunday. I'm super pumped to have this day off. So we'll talk to you later.